Hi, check-in leads. It's Dana. I hope you're doing well. I'm just going to walk you through just the check-in process for checking in a new person. I know that this can be a challenging time, especially when a line starts coming up and you want to just get people checked in, and it can be a slightly stressful time. So hopefully by watching this, it will help you understand how to use the system more effectively and more efficiently. So I'm just going to start. What you're seeing right now is my screen, but it'll be very similar to the screen you will have on the regular Crosspoint kids check-in computers. So we want you to use the Firefox program, that internet program. And so you just come down here and click Firefox. I'm going to show you in Google Chrome. But if it should be all set up for you, but if not, then you would just go to checkins.planningcenteronline.com and just click OK. And mine automatically signed me in to my name, but what we can do is I'll log out, and you can log in under Brian's name, which is just Brian at cpwp.org. And the passcode is CPWP2009. That's CPWP2009, and just click OK. And then it'll bring you to this screen, okay? And so this is just the event listing screen. This is the first screen you'll see when you sign in, and it has all the events listed. So the standard typical Sunday service is just called Sunday service, okay? So if you're looking at this screen, the first thing you are going to do is just click Sunday service. Okay, so if you can see here, this brings us to the overview of last week, okay? You can see how many people signed in, how many people were guests, and how many people were regular attenders, okay? Here are all the different options. If you look over here, the overview, check-ins, and this is all the people who have checked in, and you can see right here it says their parent's name. And this is the screen that you can reprint their labels, okay? If we go down, you can see what time the event begins. And these are the different things the labels can say. They will say their grade, or if they're early childhood, they'll say infants or walkers to 2. Okay, now this reports you'll never have to use. This is something that I use as a follow-up to the Sunday, okay? So let's look up here now. There are 3 tabs. There's the Events tab, which brings us back to that initial page we were on. Stations, and this talks about all the different stations that we have used. So that just means the different computers. So you can see I use my phone sometimes. We've used a couple different iPads, and station 1, 2, and 3. Currently, station 1 and 3 are up front, and station 2 is the station that is near the elementary check-in. So if you're setting them up, just know that 1 and 3 are up front, and 2 is by the elementary. We do this because 2 is a little bit slower than 1 and 3. The last tab up here I'd like to show you is People. This just has a full list of all the kids and some of the volunteers that have checked in. Okay? So now let's go back to the Events tab, that first page that you see when you check in. Okay? So what you're going to do on a Sunday service is you're going to go here to Sunday service. Now this says August 2nd. That was last Sunday. So what you're going to do is you're going to make sure it's on the correct day. And then you're going to come over here to where it says Make Station. Okay? So this is a new station. We haven't used my personal computer yet. So we'll just write Dana's personal computer. Okay? This is something that you won't typically have to do because all the computers will have already been set up. Okay? Print labels to this station. Each one will have their own label maker except the iPad. The iPad prints to station 1. Okay? So this is man, which means we'll just be standing next to it. So all of them you want to click man. Then click Submit. And this is the main check-in page that you will see on the computers. Okay? So if you look up here, it says Summer 2015 Equip Night. So I must have clicked the wrong one, so this is super helpful. So we can see how we get back to that original page, okay? So you come down here, this is your safety button. There's this admin button down here, okay? So you go to admin, and then you just click Sunday service, and then go here. And then it will say August 9th, Sunday service, and then you can say Become Station. Okay, now this screen comes up, and this is typical. You'll also see you're still signed in as Brian Sullivan. Would you like to sign out and go to station, or stay signed in and go to station? Just click Stay Signed In. Okay. So, as you can see, it still says Summer 2015 Equip Night, which it won't do this for you. I believe this is because the event hasn't started yet, whereas that event's timing is a little off, so that's why it's going to that one. Either way, let's continue on and pick a name. So we have a couple made-up names. One of them is Meatloaf, okay? So to check someone in, you just click their name here, and then click check in one person, okay? Check-ins were successful. As you can see, I don't have a printer associated with this, and so no label printers are installed is what it says. This will come up when the printer is either not working properly or it's not connected properly, okay? So you can either print the labels and wait, or just delete them and do not print them off. You can reprint the labels by going to the original page where we saw the People tab, and it will say Reprint Label next to the child's name. So let's just delete those for now. Okay, so now if you want to check someone out, you can either use their code, or you can, that's on this end, the back of their shirts on the sticker, you can see their code. So you can either scan that in or just type their name. So this screen will come up. What you will do next is you will just click Switch to Checkout, and then check out one person, and then they're checked out. Okay, so say you have a new person, okay? We'll call that new person Gunner. Okay, say Gunner has not come here yet before. So what you're going to do is you're going to say Add Person. Now you have two options. You can add to a new or existing household, or as a one-time guest. Always choose to a new or existing household. This allows us to get some information like phone number and email, which will be helpful for follow-up emails and just contacting new people to see how their first Sunday went. The only time we ever use as a one-time guest is if it's a big holiday, or if it is when it's a family visiting from out of town, say a cousin or relatives of someone. So let's go back and put Gunner in. Okay, so we're going to say Add a Person, and then go to a new or existing household. Okay, so let's put in, we'll use my last name, Holtkamp. Okay, the birthday is important because it shows what grade they're in. So let's say their birthday is August 20th, 2007, okay? They're 7 years old, so their grade is going to be second, okay? The kid will let you know that if the parent's not around. So then gender, let's say he is male, and any medical notes. A good one to know and ask for is celiac disease or any allergies. Then come down here. It's really important to get an email address. So just write down the email address and phone number. If it is busy, then I would recommend just skipping add a new address. We don't really follow up through mailing addresses, but that is something, if there's no line or whatnot and there's some time, then yeah, definitely grab that for just for planning purposes for community groups and whatnot. So we do not need to add a barcode with a scanner. We no longer do that. And if it's the first person from that family, the first child that is joining, then there won't be a household to join. So you can say, save person, okay? Now say Gunnar has a little sister, okay? So you want to add one more person to this family. Just go up here where it says add a person. And then what you're going to do is you're going to add them to Gunnar's household. And let's call her Lily. Okay, Lily Holtzkamp. Do the same thing by adding the birthday. And then the grade. Now, Lily, for instance, is only 12 months. Okay, so she is not in a grade. So we're just going to skip the select a grade. We'll put female and continue on. Adding the same information, email address, phone number, and we can choose whether or not we want to add the mailing address. And then new household name, it's already put in there for you. And then say save person, okay? So as you can see, Gunnar has been put into elementary and Lily has been put into the infants to two-year-olds room, okay? Sometimes it will ask you, since this is setting up for the equip night, it's not asking you whether you want to be in infants or walkers to 2, but on a normal Sunday, it will say either infants or walkers to 2, based upon the age. So that is already inputted into the program. For 12 months and older is walkers to 2, and 11 months and under is infants, okay? So then you would just check in the 2 people. So once you are done, what I'm going to do is going to say start over, and it will bring us back to the original program, the original screen. So that is basic information for how to add a new person into the check-in system of Planning Center.